Welcome to Thursday Night Football with Calvin Dean, sponsored by the NFL Network. Welcome to Week 13. This is Calvin Dean. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Tonight's game, let's just get right to it. Upset specials will be announced this week in this show. And the lock of the week, you'll hear that. Like last week, my upset special. The Las Vegas Raiders to beat the Dallas Cowboys on Turkey Day. Wow, what a game that was. That was a really good game. I mean, it was a really good game. And that was my upset special. I thought that was one of the best games. That was the best game to watch of all the games. You know, it's entertaining. And then my lock of the week, of course, was the New England Patriots. So, anyway, let's just talk about tonight's game, Week 13, and the Dallas Cowboys are going into New Orleans playing the 5-6 Saints without Drew Brees, sadly, for this team. They're 28th offense in the league, and the Dallas Cowboys number 1, and the Dallas Cowboys number 22nd. Saints 8th in defense, 22nd in defense for the Cowboys. So their defense, that's the bad thing about Dallas, is that in the first few games, they were like 20th, 26th, or something like that. And then they start getting better and better and better. And I believe the last time the games, I have to look at the week, and they were 12th, almost tipping into the top 10. That was pretty good. But now they're 22nd. Ugh. And you wonder why they're 7-4. And the Saints' defense is actually the reason why they're 5-6. If it wasn't for the Saints' defense, they'd probably be around 2 and something. Think about it. Saints' defense is carrying this Saints team, and the Dallas Cowboys passing is 3rd. The Saints are 29th out of 32, guys. Wow. And the rushing for the Dallas Cowboys, number 7. Whoa. They got a great. That's the thing. They need to really start using those running backs. Take the edge off and then do play action. So I think they'd be much better. They're going to have their main tackle back this week, and which makes it just tough. The Saints, their offensive line is hurt. It's not good. It's not good at all. I mean, you have to look at all these things. You really do. It's just, if you're not looking at this kind of stuff and wanting to know if someone's going to win or lose, you have to really go in depth and look at who's hurt. Like Alvin Kamara, he's not playing. It's just, starting tackles. Teron Armstead, his knee. Ryan Resnick, his knee. Well, they will also not be able to play tonight. So, I mean, it's, wow, and New Orleans is signing offensive linemen. It's just, they're in really bad shape, man. Starting quarterback, Jameis Winston down, Alvin Kamara, the best, running back. But do you think he really wants to come back right now? No, he's going to take a time. He's going to take some time. He might not even be back. I don't think he should be back. I think you just take a rest. Maybe next year, New Orleans will have, a better offensive line and maybe look into another quarterback. Maybe Jimmy G. Well, that would be good. Jimmy G. Ooh. Oh, that would be really cool. That would be really cool. Anyway, tonight's game is definitely the Dallas Cowboys will beat the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. And Dallas has lost 3 straight road games versus the New Orleans Saints. A minus 40-point differential. So, that's something to think about. But with the New Orleans Saints right now, they're depleted. Those stats are from back when, Breeze era. Those are pretty good stats. Pretty good stats. Excuse me. Anyway, definitely the Cowboys over the Saints tonight, and we have the first Sunday game. We have the Chargers, and they're going into the Cincinnati Bengals. I can't call them Bungles any longer. They're 7-4. Wow. They're 7-4 from the 18th ranked offense and the 13th ranked offense for the Los Angeles Chargers. They're playing the Chargers. The Chargers are going into Cincinnati, and the Chargers offense pretty good. 13th, second year rookie. Hey Bear, he's really good. I think it's something with the offense where, I know it's great to dink and dunk, and that's great, but use that arm of his. Get some plays where that you're gonna have a chance. I'm sure they do. Yeah, it's tough. NFL is the defenses are better this year. And the defense for the Los Angeles Chargers is 12th, and the defense for the Bengals is 11th. And the Los Angeles Chargers, very, very Spanish around here. Los Angeles, Marina del Rey is the King's Marina. Playa del Rey is the King's Beach. So, all the streets in Los Angeles, La Jolla, Sepulveda, pretty cool. Anyway, the Chargers are in their offense 12th. Defense is they could be better, don't you think? They definitely could be better. And the defense for the Bengals, they're much better. They're 11th. And the Chargers passing is 6th. Well, of course, Justin Herbert. And the passing for the Bengals is 14th, Mr. Joe Burrows, Mr. Heisman Trophy winner, Joe Burrows. And number 1 selection came off of a ACL injury from the year before and is looking good. Looking all Joe Burrowish. How about that win over the Pittsburgh Steelers? Wow, that was a statement. Wow, was that a statement. So you have the rushing attack for the Chargers 22nd, and the Bengals there's 19th. Bengals is more Joe Mixon. The Chargers is like Justin Herbert. It's just I just don't see the Chargers winning this game. It's in Cincinnati, and I think Cincinnati will beat the Chargers in Cincinnati. The next game is the Giants going into the Dolphins with this massive winning streak, and they're rolling over teams like Baltimore. I mean, they're rolling. That defense has just stepped it up, but they're 32nd in defense. 32nd. Yet, as of late, they've been really good. So sometimes the stats are skewed. So you have to really know which team is really playing better at this moment in time. They could have been playing like crap in the beginning of the season. Just terrible. But then they got their act together, a really young defense, gelling. And then they start gelling. They start throwing that blitz, that just all-out blitz that they have. And, teams just can't stop it. So they're dangerous. Dangerous. And, they're 5-7, but they're dangerous. After this game with the Giants, they're going to be 6-7. The Miami Dolphins. Giants are going down to Miami. Very hard place to win, especially if you're a northern team. So I'm going to give this one to the Miami Dolphins over the Giants. The next game we have the Colts and the Texans. Colts going into the Texans. I had the Tampa Bay Tampa Bay Bucks beating the Indianapolis Colts. I had that, which was kind of cool. I knew it was going to be a close one, but I knew the Bucks would definitely pull it through. They're really good. They really are a good team. So, whereas the score was 38-31, Tampa, and they played a good game. They had a good game. The Bucks had a good game. The Colts are a better team than the Houston. I don't think the Colts will bounce. I think they'll step back and they'll start rushing the ball, which they're third in rushing in the whole league. And the Houston Texans are 32nd. And the passing for the Bucks is the Bucks of the Colts is 16th. And the passing for the Houston Texans is 31st. But, this is where the Colts gets bad for the Colts. Their defense is ranked 29th. I think they're a better defense than the 29th. But they're ranked 29th. And the Houston Texans are ranked 26th. So their defenses are almost the same. The offensive for the Texans is 32nd. I mean, hello, 32nd, 31st, 32nd. I mean, their offense is terrible. Offense for the Colts is 4th. Oof. Mr. Carson Wentz. Yeah. I think he has a large part of it. The other large part is Taylor. Of course it's Taylor. But, Taylor is the threat. It's, he's doing great. But, it can't all be him. Looks what happens when the Colts played the Tampa Bay Bucks. That Tampa Bay Bucks defensive line is stout. You can't run against them. They're too big and they're too good. And Taylor had a total of, I think it was 87 yards or something like that. So, even that against the Colts, against the Bucks, the Colts. I don't know. It's just, this game, the stats just show blowout. And the Colts going in and just blowing out the Houston Texans. That's what I see. And this is your lock, guys. Is the Colts over the Texans. That's a lock. Now, there has been some crazy crazy upsets. Just crazy. But this is the lock of the week right here. The Colts will beat the Houston Texans. The next game, the next game is the Minnesota Vikings going into the Detroit Lions. Lions losing on Turkey Day. It was a tragic. I feel sorry for those fans. I feel sorry for the fans. This game, Dalvin Cook is hurt. What a surprise! And Madison is in. He's good. Madison is really good. So if you fantasy football lovers and players out there, pick him up. If he hasn't been picked up, he has. If you're a fantasy football nut, you picked this guy up. This is a good pickup for fantasy football players, especially going against the the Detroit Lions. The next game is the Eagles going into the Jets. By the way, Minnesota will beat the Lions at home in Detroit's stadium. And the next game is the Eagles going into the Jets. Now, Philadelphia are 11-0 all time versus the New York Jets. All right. That is the most wins without a loss in any all-time series. Wow. That right there is something, So the Jets are hosting the Eagles, and the Eagles looked terrible last week. Jalen Hurts, what a disappointment last week. But that's the thing when you have a quarterback that, is, just starting this year and he's trying to learn to be a winner. And, he is a winner. He's a great talent. I didn't say great quarterback. I said great talent. Now, when he takes that step and starts passing better, sort of like what Lamar Jackson has done, he started passing better. Yes, I know. He had 4 interceptions last week. We understand that. But after the fourth, after any multi-interception game with Lamar Jackson, okay, that next game, he's 6-2. He, that's a pretty good record for something like that. That's something you need to know, okay? So, the Eagles, I think they're going to bounce back in this game, and the Jets will lose. Unfortunately for the Jets, they'll be 3-9 after the end of this game, and I'm giving this one to the Eagles. The next game, I am going to just have a field day with this one. I mean, this one, you have the Arizona Cardinals, all right, going into Chicago. Chicago's 4-7. They won ugly on Thanksgiving, but they won, and the Arizona Cardinals, on the other hand, they're 9-2. And they're the number 1 seed so far in the NFC. These guys, the Cardinals and the Bears, we're talking defense too. Because there's a reason why the Arizona Cardinals are 9-2. Their offense is only 16th, guys. Right? Their defense is 3rd. Wow. Now, they're without J.J. Watt. He got hurt for the season. So I just don't see their defense being too much better than 3. I think it probably will regress. But on the other hand, defenses always rally around someone like that being hurt, but that is a huge hole. It is. He was a great pass rusher, and that's something great to have in your arsenal, especially on the defense. That pass rusher wins football games, just like the quarterback does. The pass rusher, the edge rusher of a football game, is just as valuable as the quarterback on the other side. It just is, And they're number 3. They're 9-2. Hello. Chicago, 4-7. Their defense is 7th. All right. Now, Arizona Cardinals offense 16th. And the Bears, the Bears. 30th. Yes, 30th. Wow. Okay, so we have the passing attack of the Cardinals. I mean, they're 16th in offense. Their passing is 11th. And their rushing is 11th. So, I mean, that's a pretty good team. You can see why they're 9-2. Their offense, I'd like to see a little bit better on offense, especially when you get to the actual big games like the playoffs, where you see defenses playing out of their minds, and you have offenses that are just, not ready to play in a playoff game, especially if it's cold weather, or rainy and cold, and some teams like Arizona better keep winning to keep their number 1 seed. So, this game is going to be an interesting game. I mean, the Bears, their rushing attack is 8th, and the only reason why is Montgomery and Fields, but now Fields is hurt. Dalton, so I don't know. I just don't see Arizona letting up. They're forecasting Kyler Murray will be playing. Kyler Murray will be playing in this game, along with D-Hop. Man, Hopkins, man, he's just awesome. D-Hop is amazing, and he's I guess been practicing. So I think these two will be ready to go against the Chicago Bears. I just don't see the Chicago Bears winning this game. I just don't see it happening. It might be a tight game. It could be a really defensive game. It could be a rock and sock 'em game. But don't get the Arizona. Don't, just because it might be that type of a game. Arizona's a tough team. Don't count them out. They're dangerous. They've been dangerous all year. They're 9-2. Hello. I'm picking Arizona to beat the Bears at home. Sorry, Chicago fans. Arizona's 6-0, baby, on this season on the road. 6-0. Come on. They're this season. That's 32.8 PPG, baby. Come on, man. Cardinals in this game. All right. Let's go to a game where this is a dangerous game for the Buccaneers. A dangerous game for the Buccaneers. You have the Buccaneers going into Atlanta Falcons. And it's at home in a dome stadium. And man, I mean, the Bucks played out of their minds last week, and they just came out and said AB Antonio Brown will probably be out another 2 weeks. I guess he's nursing something else now, so it's too bad. Speedy recovery, speedy. He is speedy. Anyway, we have the Bucks going into Atlanta. Come on, man, really? Let's just put it this way. The Tampa Bay Bucks are 8-3 for a reason. For a reason, they're third in offense, fifth in defense, number 1 in passing offense, number 23 in rushing, but they're rushing as of late with Rojo and Fournette has been dangerous. And that's the reason why the passing game has opened up again for the Tampa Bay Bucks. And then their defense is number 5. Number 5. Look at that. The only stat that's not as grand as all the others is the rushing at 23. Yet, guys, lately they've been rushing the ball with Fournette, and now Rojo is stepping up and helping out and really taking over. I don't see the Falcons. I don't see Tampa Bay letting up right now. They got to win this game. They want to have home field advantage. They want to have everything go through them. And I'm definitely going to give this one to the Tampa Bay Bucks over the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta. The next game, we have the Washington football team against the Las Vegas Raiders. Wow. The Raiders, hats off to them on Turkey Day, upsetting the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas on Thanksgiving Day. Wow. Whew. What a win. What a win. And the Washington football team playing out of their minds lately. Out of their minds. Washington 5-6. The Raiders 6-5. Wow. I mean, the offense for the Raiders is 11th. Their passing offense is 2nd. Now, stop pointing fingers at Derek Carr. The passing is 2nd. 2nd in the NFL. Their rushing offense is 27th. That's the problem. The defense is 18th, playing out of their minds when they want to win. That defense is good. They played great against the Dallas Cowboys. Great. It was a high-scoring game, but still they played great. And, the rushing attack for the Washington football team is 10th. Their passing is 23rd. That's Heineke. Exciting kid, isn't he? Oh my God, is he exciting to watch? Wow, he's wild, but yeah, he has a great arm. Some nice touch on the balls too. I like that kid. I think he's going. I think he's going far in this league, Mr. Heineke, and my friend calls him Heineken. Yeah. And the defense for the Washington football team, 15th, better than the Raiders, mind you. And the Washington football team, they've been hurt, and they really have been playing up to their level that they should be playing at. And their offense is 19th. Their rushing attack's 10th. There you go. Rushing attack, 10th. Now, the thing is, in this game, the Washington football team's going into the Las Vegas Raiders. They're playing at home in Vegas. I'm sorry, Washington. This game belongs to the Las Vegas Raiders. They're going to be stymied and win another game. And they should win this game. And I think they will. The next game is the San Francisco 49ers playing the Seattle Seahawks at home. I don't know what to talk about Seattle, man. I just don't. Wow. Their offense didn't play until the last few seconds, right? And I just don't. I don't know what about them. Seattle is incredibly disappointing this year. Seattle's won 13 of the last 15 games versus San Francisco. And this game will be my upset special. Sorry, Nicky Niners. Sorry. Don't hate me. I have to have something. I'm going to say that the Seahawks will upset the Niners at home in Seattle. And it'd be the Niners over, the Seahawks over Nicky's Niners. And I just see that happening. Even though the 49ers defense is fourth, rushing offense is sixth, great rushing offense, great passing, 18th, 17th offense, all over, throughout the whole NFL. The Seahawks is 31st offense, 31st passing, 31st defense, 28th passing, and 25th rushing. Wow. That is just sad. Yet, with all that against the stats of the Niners, I have this strange feeling because, well, Deebo Samuels, I don't think will be playing. And that's a huge part of the San Francisco 49ers, those crossing routes of Deebo. And then they still, even the coach said something about Trey Lance, being the future. And most likely Jimmy G won't be around. I don't know. I think they should just keep their comments to themselves. And or I think the reporters see too much into comments. San Francisco is a great team. They should win this game. They really should win this game. And I just have an inkling the way Seattle played near the end of last week, I think if they play like that with the San Francisco 49ers, I think that the Seattle Seahawks will beat Nicky's Niners in Seattle. The Sunday night game, we have the Broncos 6-5 going into the Kansas City Chiefs. Wow, that's a tough stadium to win. And they're 7-4, the Chiefs. Kansas City has won 11 straight games versus Denver. 11 straight games versus Denver. 11 straight games. And the Chiefs are number 2 in offense. The Broncos, number 21. The defense is where it's at. Kansas City, they're getting better. They were like 31st in defense, and now they're 20th. You can tell because the last few games they've been really playing teams tough, keeping them under 18. And then the defense for the Denver Broncos is where it's at. They're 6th, right? But you have the 24th passing for the Broncos, and then the 4th ranked passing for the Chiefs. Chiefs are 18th in rushing and the Broncos are 16th. There you go. So, I mean, it's a breakdown. The Chiefs, last time they played was last year, right about all this time. Right about this time, the 6th of December. So, once again, they're playing in the first week of December. And the Chiefs beat the Broncos in that game 22-16. So, and that was a tough game. I think it'll be another tough game. I think the Broncos defense is really, really good. And I think definitely the Broncos, they'll play a tough game in this one. I think the Kansas City Chiefs just lately have just been really good, very good. And I'm going to give this to the Chiefs. This is going to be a really close game. Seriously, this is going to be a fun game to watch. It's not going to be a blowout game. I think it'll be a tight game. I think low scoring on both sides. I think the Chiefs will win like a last-second field goal. Like 27 yards. Mahomes brings them down, and they kick a field goal and they win. I think it's going to be that type of a game. But I think the Kansas City Chiefs will beat the Denver Broncos. And for the Patriots, and this is the game right here, is Monday Night Football. Wow. Monday Night Football game. Guys, the New England Patriots are playing out of their minds right now. Their minds. And they're going into Buffalo on Monday Night Football. Wow. And it's, no wonder these teams, they're 8-4 and 7-4. Two powerhouses in the NFC. Two. Same division as well. Wow. And the New England Patriots are 7th in offense. The Buffalo Bills 6th. How close can you get on that one, right? Then you have the defense of the New England Patriots. Their defense is 10th. And the the Buffalo Bills, the Buffalo Bills is 1st. Wow. 10th defense, New England. 1st defense, the Buffalo Bills. And then you have the passing for the New England Patriots, the rookie passing. Mac Jones. I told everyone, he's going to be it. He has the it factor. Stick him into New England, and you'll have a championship. I mean that. Stick him in New England, and you will have a championship. That's how dangerous he is. I knew it. I just knew it. And I saw it. I thought that San Francisco should have picked him. But no. And look what he's done. He's brought his team to an 8-4 record. 8-4. Mac Jones. 8-4. Boy. Kyle Shanahan's got to be hating it, right? Anyway. So, their defense, the offense, the passing, it's just New England's 10th. Buffalo 7th. Oh my God, Josh Allen is awesome. He's awesome. That guy, he can run. They're 13th in running. They had some good running backs. Singletary, I think he's better than. I think they should run him more. Run Singletary more. I think they really should. They have the 13th ranked rushing defense in the NFL. But the New England Patriots are 9th. It's not Mac Jones. It's their offense at line. They're ninth. What a balance. Look at the balance of New England. Look at the balance. 7th in offense, 10th in defense, 10th in passing, 9th in rushing. All single digits. 10th. All top 10. All top 10. Now, mind you, Buffalo's almost all singles. They don't even have more. They're 6th in defense. Is number 1. 6th in offense. 7th in passing. 13th in rushing. Wow. 13th. Man. But they're 7-4. What a tough division. In the same division as New England. Wow. I mean, Miami. Look at Miami lately. Look at how they're playing. Oh my God. What a division that is, right? So, it's tough. It's a tough one. This right here this is a crapshoot, guys. This is a real crapshoot. I don't see, New England's been playing so good lately. Buffalo, the lights in Buffalo, New England going up there. It's one of those times where you got to look at what happened in the last 8 games. You just can't go, oh, okay, you got to look at everything. In the last 8 games, New England has won 7 of 8 games. Right? Wow. So, that's interesting. The whole thing of it is, on this one, it's in Buffalo. They're fighting for their lives, the Buffalo Bills. They played a little better this last time. I think they're gonna step up, and the Buffalo Bills will beat the New England Patriots on Monday Night Football. That is it for Week 13, people. Wow. Let's just go quick. We got the Bills over the Patriots. We have the Chiefs over the Broncos. We have the Ravens over the Steelers. Definitely, really didn't go over that game. I definitely have the Ravens over the Steelers. Sorry about that. You got to look at the stats on that one. You got the 24th offense of the Steelers. You have the 5th offense of the Ravens. The 16th defense for the Ravens, which have been playing lights out lately. Lights out. And the Steelers are 21st. The passing of the Ravens are 15th. The passing for Big Ben is 17th. So, the passing's almost there. But then you have the rushing for the Steelers are 29th. Yeah, Najee Harris, a phenom. But I don't know, they're 29th. I'm just going off of stats and rankings. And, they're 29th. And then the rushing for the Baltimore Ravens are 5th. So, I don't think the Pittsburgh Steelers defense can stop them. It's in Pittsburgh. This is going to be a tight game. And I think the Ravens are going to come out and win and beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. And then I have the Seahawks to upset the 49ers. I have the Raiders to beat the Washington football team. I have the Tampa Bay Bucks to beat the Falcons. I have the Cardinals over the Bears. I have the Eagles over the Jets. I have the Vikings over the Lions. I have the Colts over the Texans. I have the the Dolphins over the Giants. I have the Bengals over the Chargers. And tonight's game, I have the Saints and the Cowboys. And I have the Cowboys beating the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. And I have the Rams over the Jags. So it's going to be a fun week of football, a real fun week of football. And especially that Monday night game, that's going to be a very, very interesting game. Very interesting game. Wow, what a game that's going to be. That's just, and then the lock. I forgot the lock of the week. I told you already, is the Colts over the Texans. This week is really crucial, especially for fantasy football lovers and people who are fantasy football nuts like myself with 56 teams. You have to really be aware of the injuries, and then you have to gear up. Like I picked up Madison on one of my leagues, there's a reason. Dalvin Cook, sometimes it seems like when their team isn't really doing so well, and Dalvin always goes down near the end of the year. I don't know why, but it's something like that. But Madison is a great, one to have in your pocket. And I had that on. Like I said, I have 56 teams. I had him on, I believe, only 6. I tried all the other leagues, but they were taken. But I picked him up. I picked him up, I picked him up a couple weeks ago. That people were dropping him, and because Dalvin came back, and but it's great. And, you have to drop some people, because the thing of it is that especially when it comes to fantasy football, you might have like one of my teams they're number 1, but they have like 4 Ravens on the team, So, and it has like D-Hop, and it's a lights out team. But yeah. You just got to be aware of everything. So go to NFL.com and you get educated on this stuff. Really, it's fun. It's fun. I love it. I love it. I've been doing this for some time, and I just enjoy football. But I enjoy calling games, and last week was a good week. The week before was a good week. 12-3 the week before. Last week, I think I was 10-5, and but my locks of the weeks are now 11-1. So the locks are something to lock in on. And upset specials, pretty good on that one on Turkey Day. Anyway. Okay, peeps. Thanks a lot for just chiming in and listening to this network. Now, mind you, I just want to let you know, NFLshop.com. If you want a discount on any merchandise, just use my code. It's NFL99. Okay, and thank you for tuning in for the Calvin Dean Show, sponsored by the NFL Network. Have a good one. We'll see you next week.